hard sometimes to rest, unwind. Holla if you're here because you want to leave your stress behind. Getting into overload, don't lose your flow. Holla if you're here because you wanna bury your sorrow in a vibe, honey. All of your troubles don't seem so amplified, 'cause inside we're brave. Can't take you over deplete your appetite. Got to vibe, honey. We got the specialist beat secret supply. We put it down and I'll be telling us, yeah. Spin another vibe, bro. We lift and light up. When the night ends, you'll be leaving on a high note. Get out, say hyper, yeah. Spin another vibe, bro. We lift and light up. When the night ends, you'll be leaving on a high note. Get out, yeah. And you'll be singing higher, yeah. You'll be singing higher in no time. Like I don't wanna go, like I don't wanna go home. And you'll be singing higher, you'll be singing higher, yeah. Get out, yeah. It's a little hard sometimes to feel the quiet. Holla if you're settling, we'll let it spin whenever tired. Getting into overload, don't lose your flow. Holla if you're here because you wanted us to take control with the vibe, honey. All of your troubles don't seem so amplified, 'cause inside we're brave. Can't take you over, deplete your appetite. That's a vibe, honey. We got the specialist beat secret supply. We put it down and they'll be telling us, yeah. Spin another vibe, bro. We lift the lights up. When the night ends, you'll be leaving on a high note. Get out, say hyper, yeah. Spin another vibe, bro. We lift the lights up. When the night ends, you'll be leaving on a high note. Get out, yeah. You'll be singing higher in no time. Like I don't wanna go home. You'll be singing higher, yeah. I don't wanna go.
Well, welcome in everybody to the Red Bull Ring for round one of the Kiwi Sim Racing. What are these? Super Lights? Forget now. Super Light.
Formula Light.
There we go. Super Formula Light World Tour. And joining me in the comms box for the first time, I believe, at Kiwi Sim Racing for one of these series is Thomas McEwen. Tomo, welcome in on this Tuesday night.
Kia ora. Weird not being in a race lead.
Yeah, too right. I tell you what, that was a bit of a balls up to the start of the stream, wasn't it? Forgetting what these cars are called. But anyway, we are, I tell you what, ahead of schedule. I was looking at the qualifying before, just talking to Tomo, and think, man, we've only got like 10 minutes left and we're ahead of schedule, and checked my Discord messages, and sure enough, ahead of schedule. But here, ready to go. 3.5 minutes left to qualifying, and I tell you what, Cam Dance out there at the moment, sitting at the top of that timing chart with a minute 30.3. I tell you what, we've had all sorts going on early stages here, Tomo. We've had heavy rain in the warm-up, so now I don't know if these guys have really had too much of a chance to get any dry track running, but here we are, a couple of minutes left in quali, and it's starting to dry up.
Well, it's starting to being the key word, because it's still a fair bit of spray coming off the back of the cars, so it's possibly still wet down there for a bit of mixed tyre qualifying.
Yeah, too right, and it'll be interesting to see what these drivers elect to start on. Of course, the format tonight is that one 15-minute heat race, and obviously this qualifying setting that grid for that right now. After that, we'll have a top 12 invert for a 40-minute feature race for tonight's action here at the Red Bull Ring. So plenty of racing ahead for these drivers. To be fair, first time seeing these cars and this track as well, calling a race at this track. So yeah, should be interesting night ahead, Tomo.
Yeah, they're a newer car. I think they came out after the license split, so a lot of people didn't actually have to race them. So it's the first time for a lot of these drivers in these cars too.
Yeah, certainly is. And Ewan Baker, well, this guy here, it seems week in, week out, able to put whatever he's driving at the top of the timing charts, and we've just seen him do that. And I dare say Ewan Baker at the moment out there on slick tyres. Let's have a look at what they're all running at the moment, and yeah, sure enough, out there on slicks. Not long ago we were looking at the whole field out there on wets, so let's see what happens. Watch out for the amateurs, Luke and Corey starting off the bat. There you go, Corey in chat, giving us pre-warning to everyone. Tell you what, it's good to see. What do we got, like 38 cars or something crazy in the house tonight?
I'd still finish 39th if I was out there.
Not a chance, you reckon?
Not a chance.
Lid
skid, lap 8.
I tell you what, speaking of lid skids, surely we're going to get one in this series. Open wheelers, you know, when these guys get together, surely there's only one way it's going to go, and that's on their roof. But well, I guess there's one way to find out
Would it
tonight.
be a halo skid in these?
Well, yeah, that's a good point. It's either a halo skid, or if that gets destroyed,
handle grind, as we originally called them.
Yeah, a helmet skid, or possibly. So Baker still lighting that timing chart up, 127.9. So it's qualifying comes to an end. He's going to sit it on pole, and Cam Dance. The margin, not much in it, in fact, between the top three. So still they'll come out for heat race 1 in changing conditions. I dare say we're going to see the whole field starting on slicks for this one as they start gridding up. So these are going to be a standing start.
Yeah, these are standing starts.
Okay, well, we better get into this. We'll see how far I can get through this. Out of row 1, it will be Ewan Baker and Cam Dance. Row number 2, it'll be James Jordan and Hayden Kirk. Row 3, it'll be Ben Doherty and Brady Stanley. Row 4, Robert Henry and Matt Priest. Row 5, it'll be Mark Mallard and Dyson Freeman. Row number 6 will see Brody McConkey and Justin Davies. Row 7, Craig Brock and Mitchell Campbell. And row 8, it'll be Brendan Partridge and Paul McKenzie. Out of 9, it'll be Cam James and Josh Murdens. Row 10, Rob Woodworth and Sam Law. At a row 11, Phil King and Simon Burling-Claridge. A row 12, it'll be Jordan Sharplin and Brad Wiggins. A row number 13, Lockie Brett and Eric Roloffs. A row 14 will see Martin Waugh and Chris Robertson. A row 15, Christopher Pinkney and Simon Honey. Out of row 16, Jamie Stewart and Corey Crossan, and that's all we're going to have time for. We're going to get underway with heat race number 1. The big question, how long until carnage erupts in this one?
We're already 3 wide at the back, so surely we don't even make it to turn 1 back there.
You've got to love it. Nothing quite like a bit of 3 wide racing to get things underway. Of course, big numbers again, which is good to see here at Kiwi Sim Racing. A massive field for round 1 of this, and I'll tell you what, out front, Cam Dance has managed, in fact, to get a jump on Ewan Baker, and as you can see, Tomo, no spray at all out there anymore.
Fully dry conditions now. I still wouldn't want to touch one of those white lines on the corners of the track, though. That would certainly still spell disaster.
Yeah, certainly would, as we see the cars further back still going at it 2 wide. Looking to get through the traffic nice and early. Just a nice short sprint race in this one, 15 minutes before we get into the big 40-minute race. Oh, it's 3 wide again. How good is that? You can almost see it going pear-shaped. Somehow they survived. So
that section of track, you don't even want to be too wide through there. It's narrow and it's fast.
And it starts all sorts of chaos.
All sorts of carnage.
So you've done a few laps around this track. Obviously, Tomo, what about in these cars?
I did a few laps around this track in these cars 2 last season before I lost my C-Class license because of doing too many races around this track and it was no good.
Oh, I tell you
I
what,
can tell you about every wall you can crash into here.
I'll tell you what, these guys are having a hammer of a battle at the moment out front. James Jordan's just managed to get past Ewan Baker and Cam Dance. Looking to try and drive away out the front at the moment. We don't see it too often. But this battle here for 2nd and 3rd at the moment, you gotta love it.
Ewan almost channeling his inner Lewis Hamilton and just sending a Red Bull to the gravel there.
Oh, you gotta love it. Gotta love it. James Jordan on board that car, and these 3 out front getting a clear breakaway on the rest of the field at the moment. Hayden Kirk sits in P4. Rob Henry currently sits at P5. It's strange not seeing Rob in an all-green car.
Jameson's isn't a bad idea on a Tuesday night, though.
Oh, I don't know about that. Don't know about that. On a Wednesday, possibly. You're sort of halfway there, halfway home. Of course, big night tomorrow night. The Ends car. People think it's a good idea to make NASCARs turn both directions as we head to Kota for round 3 of that championship. We'll be picking up
Shane Van Gisbergen's out there.
Yeah, well, we'll be picking up server 1 action in that, and I think there's 27 cars, I believe, taking the grid from that server. Of course, 2 servers again. Oh, contact there between Henry and Doherty. Sees Doherty and Henry, in fact, in the kitty litter. Look to get on track, minimise the damage there, but Doherty, he's lost a whole chunk of time. Field are fairly well spread out. There's a mean battle going on back here. These guys...
2 lines, it looks like Daytona almost.
Yeah, they were almost making it 3 wide there. Not quite enough room going on. Let's watch Simon Honey. And that 26.
Good number.
Hey? Good number?
Good number, that one. Have to get it back off him at some point, though.
Oh, there we go, 3 wide again. Look out. Looks like all the battles happening further down the field at the moment. It's second and third, Baker. He's just managed to take that position away from James Jordan again, but the leader, Cam Dance, well and truly clearing out in front. Race 1 at the Red Bull Ring. Jump on board with him. That battle's still escalating there between James Jordan and Ewan Baker. And this is possibly one of the quickest laps you've had around this track, Tomo.
Oh, it would be in an official, non-hosted type situation. They're a fast car and it's a very high commitment track where you've got to use that aero to your advantage to really lay down the power.
You're too right. I'll tell you what, you were talking about lap times earlier before we went live. I can tell you Cameron Dance has just done a 1:25.005 to set the quickest lap of the race.
Two almost 3 seconds off. Definitely didn't deserve to retire.
It's for James Jordan, 1:25.503, so about half a second off the pace of Cam Dance. But of course we have a bit of an invert of grids, top 12 invert, which should spice that 40-minute race up as well, and compulsory stops for that one too.
And it's far longer a race, something Cam James will probably be dreading now that he's in that premier pole position spot.
Yeah, he'll be looking to send it off that position surely as we pick him up now. The number 99, Benson and Hedges. Oh, what a throwback that is.
That could be on my time.
Currently sits P12 with Mark Mallard in behind. That is a great number. Number 27, he sits P13 at the moment. Field fairly well spread out. A bit of a battle going on for 5th, 6th and 7th at the moment between Hayden Kirk, Matt Priest. You've got Brady Stanley and Justin Davies in behind that. Surely you'd know that livery. Tomo, you're not there.
Which?
The West McLaren.
Oh, no, I know the West McLaren car. Yep, I'm not quite that young.
Yeah, Matt Priest.
Almost.
Driving that car at the moment.
Hopefully those front wheels don't blow off towards the end of the race.
Yeah, here's hoping. I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, I've got a follow. Thanks for the follow. Don't know why the alert didn't pop up on screen, but anyhow, Cam Dance.
Made the noise.
Yeah, made the noise, but that's about it. Cam Dance still leads this one out. Healthy lead now. Dry track. Not expecting any more rain today. Tell you what, if the rain was just clearing off now, it would have made life interesting. But it disappeared on us early in the piece, unfortunately.
Blew off into the distance.
Yeah.
Return later when most convenient for someone towards the back, surely.
Dyson Freeman, Justin
Not
Davies.
so good of a number.
So James Jordan's gone quickest now, 1:24.501. So car's obviously starting to burn off a bit of fuel and getting quicker out there.
And of course now he's got a gap to Ewan Baker, so he can start focusing on pushing and less defending really. So he's going to start trying to hump down the back of Cameron Dance.
Yeah, 1.9 seconds at the moment. The margin, and Baker, he's fallen off the pace a fair bit.
started his stroll a bit too early, maybe.
Yeah, hard to say. Maybe caught a bit of an incident when battling there with James Jordan. Maybe a bit of damage possibly. As we see
He's
Brady
still got
Stanley.
a comfortable 11 seconds to the car in fourth, though.
Yeah. He's losing a lot of time though. What's happened here?
I think he's gone into the pits.
Something has happened here to Baker big time. He is slowing at a rapid pace, so let's see if I can find something. Oh yeah, Baker. Looks like he's had a big moment out there. Let's see what our replay is going to show us. Stand by. We will get this up on your screens, the Speed Nation instant replay. What has happened to Ewan Baker out here? Sitting in P4 currently. Oh, there you go. So a massive moment out in the kitty litter.
Lucky it snapped the other way over the track and no one was there instead of towards the tyre barriers, really.
Yeah, too right. I'll just see if I can bring this one up. Taylor Oakes having a bit of a moment as well. So I just spun around.
Opened it up too much.
Jamie Stewart is also at a moment. Let's see what's happened here for the 06 of Stewart. Oh, big lock-up sends it into the fence, and that's going to have a fair bit of damage now, unless it magically repairs. No, he's going to call that quits, is he?
There's nothing on here about fast repairs. I'm assuming they might have one, maybe if they're lucky.
Yeah, okay. Well, that was a big moment though for Davies. We're back alive, and that gap's still shrinking to the race leader, Cam Dance. You can see James Jordan just in the distance there. It's Baker. Oh, 14 seconds adrift now. And he's going to have a bit of attention from Mitchell Campbell at the moment too, so Ewan Baker's lost a lot of speed out there at the moment.
I wonder if that spin has put some heat into the tyres that he just can't get rid of.
Yeah, it looks like he's just trying to nurse it home at the moment. It's now Matt Priest. He's going to be next in line. He's only got a few minutes left in heat race number 1. Yeah, hopefully got a fast repair. Yeah, you're not wrong. There is, these things probably fairly fragile, wouldn't they?
Yeah, fairly fragile, especially on the front and the rear wings, just fall off like butter.
Okay. Here we go, that gap's still closing now. Jordan just over a second behind. Laps though not in his favour. We'll probably have 2 to go. Next time by should see the white flag.
They're going to have to be careful on the runoff of that corner if they take too much. It is a 1 second slowdown.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think you were talking about that earlier today, weren't you? You're telling me that that is possibly a place that could cause some issues for some drivers. I tell you now, lap times, James Jordan, last time by a 1:24.199 to do the quickest lap of the race, and Cam Dance a 1:24.4. So I think Cam is certainly going to have a big enough margin to hold out James Jordan, or bar a catastrophe for him. Here goes Baker trying to fight his way back up onto the podium. And for a way round the outside of Campbell. Couldn't quite get it done.
I think he tried to switch back there, but Campbell just held that inside, stopped him from getting the nose in.
Oh, he is hunting now. Ewan Baker.
I wonder if he was just having a phone call conversation just mid-race, just
Yeah.
kind of back off a bit to
Yeah. Give everyone a bit of
talk
false hope.
business.
Bit of false hope, possibly. Shall see. But Baker, he sits P4. We look at that position now for pole in the next race. Hayden Kirk. He's going to be your man out of P1 for the meantime. 6-second margin back to Lockie Brett, so that should be reasonably safe. It's all of a sudden a 4-car battle for third place. Cam Dance looks like he's going to lock that race win away. We'll get the white flag in a few seconds to make it official. Oh, Baker. It's the long way around. Looks like he's going to get it done too.
He will be possibly held to the long side again for the following corner though.
Yeah, he is too.
Someone behind tries to make it 3 wide around the corner as well.
This is on. A great finish to our first heat race. Baker trying to find a way on the podium. But Campbell, for the meantime, holding him out. Cam Dance, he's going to come round, collect the checkered flag and take out the first heat race tonight. Jordan will beat P2. We pick this battle up again for the final spot on the podium, and at the moment Campbell drove brilliantly. He looks like he's going to hold it out and get it done. P3.
And my eyes. Ewan Bacon not on the podium.
Yeah, that is one for the books, isn't it? He comes home P4. And Matt Priest rounds out your top 5. And yeah, that was some sort of finish. We'll pick up some battles further down. Slight Rob Woodworth here. Hunting the back of Sharpland, looking for a pass late in the race. This for 25th and 26th at the moment. Goes to show plenty of battles out there throughout the field at the moment.
Lots of racing that you at home could be involved with,
yeah,
even if you're not someone who's towards the front.
Yeah, great shout. Oh, car around. Oh, that's caused carnage. Sharpland lost a couple, and there's a car stopped on the straight as well as he run out of fuel. Is that Eric Roloff's? It was. And it looks like he... What is going on there?
Some grid manipulation, wants to start from the back possibly.
Yeah, not too sure.
If he ran out of fuel, he's clearly got out and pushed it.
Yeah. Well, that was an interesting finish there for Roloffs, but well, what a finish to the first race.
What a way to do it.
Here at the Red Bull Ring. Campbell just managing to hold on to that podium finish. And now just a short break, Tomo, before we get into that 40-minute race. Looks like Cam Dance. He's going to join us for a bit of a chat about that race.
So probably get the whole top 3 in here.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll drag Cam in now and get his thoughts, or James Jordan in fact. Not sure if we'll get our third place finisher in. Mitchell Campbell, is he above us?
If anyone deserves the conversation, it is him. A well-earned drive there to get third.
Yeah, absolutely. Doesn't look like he's coming in. We'll drag in LP2 finisher James Jordan, just mid-convo in the channel above. James, welcome into the comms box, mate. Not a bad way to get your season underway, a P2 finish.
Yeah, not a bad start. Luckily, Ewan, I think he had a spin, so didn't have to worry about him once he had that, and then I was just trying to catch up again, but couldn't do it.
Yeah, I tell you what, you had a absolute ripper battle with Ewan for a couple of laps there before things started going south for Ewan as he just spins it up again and warm up. Interesting, but mate, P2 yourself, and looked like you were trying to track down Cam Dance there for a bit, so they all go for the next 40-minute race.
Yeah, I just have to learn how to save fuel and be fast at the same time, I guess. But
yeah, fair call.
As
As far as fuel goes, and the next race. How were you looking at the finish of that one?
I haven't actually looked at it at all. I just know we have to take fuel and tyres, but
Yeah, okay.
just if we have to take fuel, there'll be fuel saving, and I'm no good at that.
Yeah, too right. Well, we'll find out anyway in that 40-minute race. But cheers for coming in for a quick chat, James, and congrats on that P2 and getting that season off to a good start.
Cheers.
Right, we will drag in our race winner, Cam Dance. Well, controlled it from the start, Cam. A great run from yourself in the first race here at the Red Bull Ring. And it looked like you just had too much for the lads out there.
Yeah, it was a pretty good run, and James kept me honest, to be honest, the whole time. Like, that gap wasn't changing in terms of, like, it was fluctuating, but it wasn't, like, massive gap pulling or anything, and if anything, he started to reel me in a little bit at the end there, so, no, that was a really, really fun race. Like, it's a fun car to drive, so, yeah.
Yeah, too right. And, well, Invert coming at you for the next one. You'll be starting, I believe, out of P13, I think it is. So, a bit of work to do in that 40-minute race, but, of course, a much longer race.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Also got to pass a few cars, so we'll just send it. But no, it's going to be fascinating to see how the pit stops all phase out and everything. I know this car's tyres aren't too bad for wear. They obviously do drop off a little bit as you get like deeper into a run, but they're nothing like overkill in terms of like you burn them up in like 2 laps or anything silly. So it'll be fascinating to see how it goes. And you just got to be mindful of the fact that you want to look after those tyres a little bit. But yeah, we'll see what sort of strategies come out and be fascinating to see how it all plays out in the end.
Yeah, too right. And well, cheers for coming in for a chat. Is there anyone you wanted to thank quickly while you're in here?
Yeah, just I was obviously shout out to everybody on the car and all of our sponsors at Orbit Drop Me Motorsport for all the hard work they put in and all the awesome support they give us.
Yeah, awesome. Well, Cam, just under a minute now to go before we get into that race, so we'll let you go. But all the best for this 40-minute race, and we could possibly be chatting to you at the end of it.
Yeah, cheers, boys.
Cheers. There you go. Thoughts from our 15-minute heat race winner. And of course, a bit of work to do for him in the next one. Tomo, just in the chat there. I don't know if you got the chat up.
Yeah, I've got the chat up.
Tom McEwen, yeah. Old Scotty piping up in the chat there. Good to see you there. I tell you what, you see that big moment from Ewan Baker there. That is pretty rare to see. So, yeah, let's see what happens. Just a couple of seconds left before we get into the main race.
I believe that corner's called Powerhouse or something along the lines of that little section there where it just, the gravel sneaks up on you almost. It's just 1 minute you're on tarmac, the next you're on runoff, and then all of a sudden you're backwards.
Well, it sounds like a whole lot of fun if you ask me. So there we go, the field now starting to set for our 40-minute feature race. We'll get your grids up. Let's see how far I can get through these. Off the front row, it will be Lockie Brett and Hayden Kirk. Out of row 2, Cam James and Brendan Partridge. Out of row 3, Dyson Freeman and Justin Davies. Out of row 4, Brady Stanley and Matt Priest. Row 5, Ewan Baker and Mitchell Campbell. Out of row 6, James Jordan and Cam Dance. Row 7, it'll be Luke Dilworth and Phil King. So Luke Dilworth made up heaps of ground. Out of row 8, Brody McConkey and Sam Law. And that is all we'll have time for. About to go racing. 40 minutes ahead of the drivers. Compulsory stop thrown in. And Lockie Brett gets us underway for race number 2 here at the Red Bull Ring. Oh, there is, yeah, carnage turn 1 by the looks. Robert Henry, he's gone round him. Ewan Baker. Is that Ewan Baker? You wouldn't read about it. No, yes it is. Ewan Baker's been caught up in something. all the way down in P34. Oh, and it's still going off. There are cars stacking up everywhere. Massive damage.
This is why we need to see an invert in F1.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Oh, could you?
Old cars at the front always cause carnage.
I'll tell you what, it's worth watching though, isn't it? Man, we are going to be busy picking our way through the replays of that one as we just stay live for the meantime. I will have a look and see what I can find, and I can pretty much guarantee it's going to be utter chaos.
Yeah, say some 3 wide into half wide action.
Yeah, well, Baker looks like he's been the first one that has been involved in an incident that I'm picking up. So, man, that is what happens, I guess, when you get shuffled back through the field a little bit. It's this battle out front. Hayden Kirk, yeah, gets it done. And he will lead the way momentarily, possibly, because Cam James looking for a way past, and Cam James, is he going to get it done? Oh, a bit of contact. Why not this race out front?
Bump draft in the corners like that, but it's worth a shot, isn't it, really?
Yeah, tell you right, the old splitter's still there and everything, so good to go. Tell you what, should we go back and just see what we can pick up? What has unfolded out here in the early stages. See Ewan Baker there. We're going to see a shot. Oh, we've got a lid skid. Mitchell Campbell. Boy, oh boy, that was massive. Talk about
flag, really, isn't it?
Let's see this one again. Mitchell Campbell has, he's caught a wheel and absolutely launched it. I get behind that. Let's ride on board with them. Ah, that's on. I rate it. I don't know about you, Tomo, but
up the halo grinds.
That was absolute magic. Let's see what happens here to Henry. Oh, and Ewan Baker, well, he's just... It's a terrible camera shot to pick these replays up. Ben Heron. Oh, there's cars just locking up everywhere, so that is the issue for everyone, I tell ya. We love a lid skid, and that was worth turning up for tonight. Campbell. What a ride that was for him. In the meantime, Hayden Kirk starting to run away out front, but Cam Dance, is he on a mission or what? Up to P4 right now. Oh, how good was that?
That was quite nice. We didn't get anything of the other pile up at turn 2.
Who was involved in that one?
I think there was about 3 or 4 cars. 2 pointed the wrong way. Can't remember names to save my life ever.
Vaughan Martin out there at the moment. He's had an issue. We'll see what that can pick up for us. We've got a few cars crashing, so... Oh, there you go. Just turns it round.
And when I tell people to do a Ewan Bacon impression, that's not what I mean.
If I can catch this possibly... It's going too fast. Here we go. Is this the moment you're talking about?
Yeah, this is the moment I was talking about, potentially.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Oh, just cars checking up. Nowhere to go. Running into the back of each other. He's lost his rear wing, so that's not going to help with downforce at all. At all. Mark Mallard, looks like Mark Mallard's had a moment out there. In the 27, oh, big contact, almost another lid skid.
Make the fence. Oh!
So there you
Touched
go.
it for good luck.
He touched it for good luck, you reckon?
Yep.
Lockie Brett. Oh, cars nowhere to go. James Jordan looks like he's had an incident, or has he just avoided that moment there? Oh, spins it up.
Synchronised spinning, really.
Yeah. Oh, that's a lid skid. We got another one. Can you believe it? Who was that? No way, that was massive. Who was in that blue car? Oh, that is huge. That is huge. What a rollover. 2 lid skids in one night. What a treat. Martin War.
Up the halo grinds.
That is massive. 2 for the price of 1. And that is what we came to see. Not failing to deliver. That is going to make for a highlights clip, I can tell you that now. Out front, it is still Kirk though, but Cam Dance, he is starting to close that margin big time. Dyson Freeman next on the list. Man, I tell you what, he is the only survivor from our first podium. James Jordan is trying to find where he is currently circulating. Long way down in P27. So man, I tell you what, you might be a good luck charm, bringing us the lid skids that we so desire.
Desperately needed.
Yeah, you are not wrong. I tell you what, the opening series for Kiwi Sim Racing this year in those BMWs started with a hiss and a roar. We had a rollover round 1 and then nothing for the rest of the series. Surely these are going to deliver on a few more as we see a big lock up there from McConkey. Just lets B Party into that position. B Party now moves up to P4, sorry. And then relinquishes it just like that. Bit of a battle going on here. Simon Burling, Claridge, Sam Law and possibly Simon Honey amongst that as well. See Mitchell Campbell in the background after that big lid skid. He's back in P33, a lap down. But the crew certainly performed a miracle job getting that back on track.
Of course, will he actually need a pit now, seeing as they've basically rebuilt the car from scratch? Wouldn't you consider that a pit stop, really?
Well, yeah, that's probably, well, interesting, eh? The question is there enough fuel to get home? As Cam Dance goes quickest the lap of the race, and he is going to make a move soon on Hayden Kirk. That distance closing rapidly. Last time by, Cam Dance just over a second quicker.
I dare say he'll be going for a pass into turn 3 here now.
Let's see, has he got a good run? No need to rush it, but he's going to get it done. Look at this. 10 minutes in, Cam Dance makes the move for the lead of the race. Looking to go 2 from 2 in the opening round.
Of course, as he said in here, he needs to be fast and save fuel. He's got the fast part down. Has he got the fuel part down?
Yeah, too right. The longer you sit in that pit lane, the less time you can gain on track, I guess, on any of your competitors. It's Cam Dance leading it out, just getting distracted in the background for a moment. Hayden Kirk in P2. Dyson Freeman doing a good job at the moment, P3, with McConkey in behind. B Party's falling off the pace a little bit.
Has Ewan made it back up the leaderboard yet, or is he still...
He looks like he's down in P24. P24, about 36 seconds adrift. This man here, he has been on a charge tonight. We'll check out some of your biggest movers in moment. Jordan Sharplin up 18. So Sharplin at the moment sits P6. Doherty's up 17 along with Ben Heron. Cole Trickle is up 15 and Corey Crossan up 12 sits in behind Dilworth at the moment. Of course, these two started off the last row for the first heat race.
Qualifying's overrated anyway.
Yeah, too right. Too right. The aim's to avoid the carnage off the back, yeah.
Oh, it was the carnage off the back. Oh,
that was Dilworth having a big moment. Saw it live.
gonna compliment him too. He's just been silently achieving, really.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, I tell you. He's getting in a bit of practice for tomorrow night, surely. Just not the same cars or track. But turning left and right.
You're gonna be spinning a fair bit, I dare say.
Yeah, well, I know plenty of chat about track limits has been going around, so yeah, that'll be an interesting race tomorrow night.
Oh, that's the real world in iRacing. We actually have track limit warnings.
Yeah, I reckon.
What's the over-under on people who have to go through a drive-through?
I am not sure. Apparently it's going to be quite healthy. So, here we go, another moment. That's going to be Doherty, is it? It certainly is. Hey, Doherty has come unstuck there. We'll see if we can bring up a replay. Looks like Cam James, Phil King are all going to be involved. Let's check it out. Speed Nation instant replay. Doherty looking for a pass, gets it done, but then immediately spins it up. And Cam James around in sympathy. Oh, that was great work from a few cars managing to avoid that one.
Who doesn't love a parking lot that race?
Yeah. I get behind it.
Free positions if you're the cars behind. If you're in it, you get a free excuse to swear at people for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, too right. Too right. I tell you what, that lead now 1.5 seconds for Cam Dunn. So I suspect we're going to see him clear off into the distance again with just over 26 minutes to go in our feature race as we see Doherty head down pit lane.
He's first to make it down the lane.
Well, yeah, could that possibly though be due to
Henry.
damage? Yeah, Rob Henry down pit lane as well. I'm going to turn on some notifications.
I mean, we are approaching half distance, and the officials for these are 25-minute races.
Tell you what, Lockie Brett, he is obviously getting some damage seen to at the moment.
Or he's just had a nap.
Yeah. We will get rid of Lockie Brett. From that. We shall get live updates from that pit lane now. So we see a battle here. Dyson Freeman McConkey's brought himself into this battle nicely. Looking for a podium finish. Oh, big wiggle there from Freeman. Oh, and there's contact! Him and Hayden Kirk around. Hayden Kirk. Oh, he won't be happy with that one. Like
What's
contact.
the Dyson though? Tokyo drifting there, the lights out. But what was that? A 780. Get back in the racing direction and keep it going.
Yeah, just kept it pegged. How good. Great car control from Freeman. But now B Party up to P number 2. And the lead now, almost 6 seconds for Cam Dance. So we watch McConkey here get this pass done on Partridge. Moves up into P2. Brad Wiggins now heading down pit lane. And I think you're right, Tomo. We're going to start seeing some of these stops unfolding. Ewan Baker as well down pit lane, and he's coming in P24. So keep an eye on these pit stops. 8.1 seconds for Wiggins. That is a flying stop. Baker. Car's stopping now. Another one down pit lane. Oh, what's going on here for Baker? A long stop.
Damage fix, maybe.
Oh, and he's still down pit lane. So interesting. We'll see what happens with McConkey. How long will he be stationary for? I dare say that Baker may be getting some repairs done. There you go, McConkey in and out. 7.7 seconds in the pit bay. Baker still stationary.
I guess that just goes to show what that fuel saving will actually gain you in the lane a whole second.
Yep, of course, Cam Dance yet to stop. A lot of cars have taken the opportunity, and I think they are actually surely not. For some weird reason, everyone is. Yep, they're on slicks at the moment. For some weird reason, on my other screen, it was showing me a couple of cars were on wets, and Baker still stationary down pit lane, so I dare say getting some repairs done. Where's our other rollover tonight? Mitchell Campbell, he's currently down P28. And Martin Waugh, P33. Bob Henry in P18, he's had a rough night tonight. It's still good to see.
Whoever Jameson, once he gets back to the garage though.
Yeah, surely on the sponsors, get into it. But Tomo, yourself in the field tomorrow night for NZiRL?
I'll be in the field, temporarily possibly.
Oh,
And then I might be in the paddock, and then I might be in the wall.
In the fence, could possibly see you round and round. What server are you in tomorrow night?
I believe I am server 1, so
Oh,
you'll
there
get
you
to
go.
see me park it
So
in the wall.
we will see plenty of action of that then tomorrow night. Of course, if you're wondering what we're talking about, NZiRL Championship Round 3 tomorrow night, live from Kota.
Can I bring out the safety car tomorrow night?
Oh, I don't know if we do have safety cars, to be fair.
I can't imagine anything worse than a pacing lap at Circuit of Americas. Even the short layout sounds quite painful.
Yeah.
Almost as painful as racing NASCAR at Circuit of Americas.
Yeah. Oh! What happened there? Sharplin. So he headed down pit lane, surely. No? Oh, the other fellas are there. You go. Never mind. Hayden Kirk down pit lane along with Corey Crossan. Getting their stops all done. We see race leader. Healthy margin at the moment back to Dyson Freeman. 7.3 seconds in complete control of this one. Dilworth. After that big spin we saw, he's in P7. Yet to stop, I believe. But leaders starting to cycle through. Cam Dance, expect to see him down pit lane any time. He spoke about the tyres lasting a long time, so
What's his last 5 laps looking like? Are they falling off a fair bit, or?
well, from his best time, Cam Dance's best lap was a 124.076. Last time by, he done a 124.4. So to be fair, not a lot of drop off, a 124.6 that time by.
So just a nice reminder that I should stay retired.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of them at the moment in the 124s. In fact, Dyson Freeman, did he just set the quickest lap? No, Jordan Sharplin did a 123.9. Holy. So the fuel load starting to burn off, and the times Yeah, starting to drop. Dyson Freeman, I was saying, he just did a 124.2, so almost half a second quicker than Dance, but that margin's 7.1 seconds. Rather healthy at the moment.
Got one in the interview room waiting chat. I've got no clue who it is. Car is toast though. Wouldn't mind having a little bit of a nibble on a Super Formula Lite. Wonder what they taste like.
Oh, I got Baker. Mr. Baker, let's drag him in for a chat. Well, Ewan, mate, it has certainly been a rough night for you for round one of this championship.
Yeah, not the way it was planned to go, but it happens. That's the dangers of open wheelers, isn't it?
Yeah, certainly is, and at the moment, obviously sitting in pit lane in the car, no good. I assume the damage outweighs the time left in the race.
I don't even have an option. iRace just says car's too damaged, we're done. So yeah, I just think it's a bit harsh. I only tore the left front off.
Yeah, oh, well, there you go. That probably plays a part in that, doesn't it?
Yeah, so I've been managing to dodge the carnage so far this year, but yeah, luck ran out tonight. But yeah, it's all good. I mean, these are great cars to race. I have been looking forward to this series, and now that on the back foot for the championship, I can just rock up every week and try and have fun, not have the pressure on me.
Yeah,
I was going to say, do I need to apologise? Seeing as now I'm not on the track, you're not up front. Might need to sort something out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be the lucky charm that I'm missing here. Get shit together.
Hey, I tell you what though, it's going to be an even split because him being in the comms box and not on the track, we've had 2 lid skids tonight. So I mean, yeah, and in fact they were massive rollovers too. So
I mean, we've got the big fields that we saw both in the endurance race round 1 and the BMW series we did, but these things, they only weigh about 540 kilograms, open wheels to get into length. So yeah, as soon as you get contact, the thing just goes flying, launched into orbit.
yeah, they certainly do, but certainly makes for spectacular viewing. But yeah, you speak about the turnout in a game tonight, 36 cars starting that feature race. It's man, it's a pretty big jump from the start of last year, that's for sure. Since I started streaming for Kiwi Sim Racing, the fields this year have been massive.
Yeah, it's fantastic to see. I mean, we were expecting a big turnout for the BMWs being on free tracks and a free car, and at the start of the year you've got a lot of the interest there. There was a slight bit of concern that with these things that might drop off, but it's fantastic to see that that's not been the case.
Yeah, certainly has, and hopefully things carry on this way with 30 plus cars. It certainly makes for an entertaining race, and I'm sure for the drivers that are out there, it gives them someone to battle against no matter where you are in the field, I guess, with that many cars starting.
Yeah, exactly. As I was catching the back of the field in this race, I could see the battle packs up ahead, and yeah, a little bit of nervousness running through because you see them 2-3 wide, swapping and changing, and the draft in these things is just immense. You get 1.5 seconds behind someone, and it just sucks you right along. It is huge. We're seeing a good example of it here with James trying his best to defend, but you've got a car that close, they're just going to get up to you in the braking zone no matter what you do.
Yeah, too right. Just for a second there, the timing was really weird, and I thought Dyson Freeman was actually catching Cam Dance. But Cam Dance, mate, looking at him tonight, looks like you may have a fairly solid challenge ahead of yourself for the remaining rounds.
Always the case with Cam Dance in a single-seater. The guy is just absolutely mega. I feel like I might have a slight upper hand on him in a tin top, but yeah, as soon as you strip the fenders off, take the roof off the thing, he's just in another level. So yeah, as soon as I saw his name pop up in the server, I thought, here we go, I'm in trouble. And he's proven it tonight, been absolutely flawless.
Yeah, certainly has, and it would have been good to have you up there battling with him, but unfortunately things haven't quite fallen that way for yourself tonight. But still, plenty of racing ahead in the series, and no doubt you'll be looking forward to getting back into it next week.
Absolutely, and such a good calendar as well. Like, the way this is lined up with the iRacing schedule is really just pulling banger after banger. We've got NZiRL next, which in these things is just going to be a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's good to hear. So we're in for some exciting racing by the sounds of things, which we like to hear in the comms box. That's for sure. It keeps the race flying by as it has tonight. In fact, only we're under 15 minutes to go now. So yeah, Cam Dance taking a late stop too. So looking to get his stop all done and dusted. And I'll tell you what, he's probably the quickest in the pit box as well tonight. 6.6 seconds.
You tend to leave it as late as you can when you're in Cam Dancy's position. Got the clear air, you don't have to worry about somebody slipstreaming you and battling you, so you just head down, no collapse out. Plus, once you pit, you're not at risk of going in amongst the field like you are if you pit earlier. So, makes sense and probably work out quite well for him. I think he's still retained the lead over Dyson.
Yeah, he has. He's got a 1.6 second lead.
So did Dyson come in with him, or?
No, I wouldn't think so, because he would have lost a lot of time. Oh, he has, in fact. So, Dyson has stopped. How did he make that time up?
I wonder if he took tyres. I think, I could be wrong, I think in this series it's required to take tyres, but maybe the timing tower is just updated now.
Yeah.
Pulling down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Throwing us for a loop, this thing.
No, hang on a second. Cam Dance has had a
Oh,
moment.
no.
There you go. So that is what has happened here. Cam Dance.
I
Massive.
think he had a moment before that because he lost his front wing.
Yeah, I'll pick this up. See if we
Just shows how quickly things can change.
Yeah, because he was looking very comfortable and that margin dropped rather rapidly. Has he had a... Let's see.
Wonder if it's just on the cold tyres, if he's gone in expecting the grip he's had in the hot set and it's just let go on him.
I think this is going to be after the fact. Yeah, it has. Let's see it here. Is this it? No, sorry, it's moved on me. We'll bring it up. It's got him off track. So in pit lane here, it's come undone not long after this by the looks of things. Oh, no! Oh, no!
That is so unlucky.
Down pit lane. Oh.
Absolutely nothing you can do in that situation.
Yeah, and judging by the damage, it looks like he's going to have another off. Oh no, there you go, that wheel shaking now. So yeah, there you go, Cam Dance. That is not the way you want to see things go out front. That is for sure.
Might still recover a decent position though, because he's got fast repair and I think he's recovered into the top 10, so
Yeah, there you go.
space he's got.
Currently sits P10. So there you go, that answers your question from earlier, Tomo, as well. They do have a quick repair. Did you have one in the heat race as well?
Yes, yeah. Fast repair in both races.
There you go. That will explain that. But yeah, Cam Dance at the moment. Back out there in P10. So see what sort of recovery job he can do now. Currently 30 seconds off race leader Dyson Freeman, who has done a great job out there today in this race.
Yeah, fantastic to see. I mean, Dyson is absolutely no mug in any race car. He is very capable, so it's nice to see him get his shot to run up front and prove what he can do. Open the gap quite nicely back to Jordan.
Yeah, it certainly is. In fact, Corey Crossan and Sharpwin at the moment exchanging positions. Another fiery battle out there. Crossan started off the very back row tonight in Heat Race 1.
That's impressive. Not only just to have the pace to come through, but to avoid all the chaos. I mean, that's a skill in itself.
Yeah, absolutely. Dilworth was at one point running with them. He started off the back row as well, but he has retired from the race. 30 cars left running in the race at the moment. So that is a pretty good rate at the moment.
Honestly, a lot better than we were expecting. I mean, obviously the fast repair helps things out, but, you know, as I found out, a little bit of damage can be enough to completely end your night, so it's good to see so many of these guys still running.
So, had you already taken a quick repair, or it just gave you no option?
Yeah,
Okay.
first corner on the first lap, I got
Yeah.
cleaned up by that flying car. So
Yeah.
yeah, it put me on the back foot, and then yeah, just coming back through the field, I got caught out. Just braking zone differences between people. I brake about the 50 board and just managed to get the car into turn 1, and the car in front of me broke at the 70 board, and I just had the choice: nail the back rim or send into the fence. So I took the latter, and yeah, ended my night, unfortunately.
Yeah, too much damage. This Cam Dance, he has just gone quickest lap of the race, has he? 1:23.883. And before that it was a 1:23.989 by Jordan Sharplin, I believe. No, 893 from Hayden Kirk. Man, there is some quick times out there tonight.
They're not hanging about.
Hayden Kirk.
Staying retired.
Yeah, he's keep it in the shed, you reckon, Tomo?
Keep it in the shed.
Hayden
Might do a lid
Kirk.
skid from time to time.
We saw Hayden Kirk earlier in an incident. He's had a good recovery as well. He sits P4 at the moment, 8.4 seconds off the lead. Fairly comfortable margin over B Party as well. He sits P5.
Spin ahead.
Was
Oh,
that
Jordan
Sharplin?
slumped it.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
Sharplin. He was.
Looks like he's got away without damage though.
Yeah, pretty lucky. Through that corner, we've seen plenty of incidents tonight. And they haven't quite been so lucky. Sharplin, he'll try
That corner or
and
this corner
rebound.
that's Nicky Lauder. I can't remember.
What did he do?
They renamed the corner to honour Nicky Lauder.
Oh,
The
okay.
final turn or first turn.
That's a good question. I'll ask Professor Google.
Watch
Freeman.
School tells us I'm completely wrong again.
We're way off, you reckon?
Same Hunt corner actually, bro.
Yep, turn 1. Nicky Lauder.
There you go. Not bad, Tomo, not bad. Sharplin. Is that James Jordan? It is too. So James Jordan, he's had a race to forget as well. He currently sits P23 after that P2 finish in our first race. Obviously he was caught up in the earlier incident as well.
Yeah, he'll be one to watch for the rest of the season though. His pace was mega tonight.
Yeah,
Like, he's never slow, but
yeah,
he was on it. He was catching Cam Dance towards the end of the sprint race, which was
Yeah.
very impressive.
yeah, certainly was looking racy, and yeah, that it should make for an interesting series as we head to the different tracks as well. Some people probably be quicker than others on different tracks, possibly.
Yeah, it should keep things pretty well mixed up, and there'll be some tracks where drafting will be king, somewhat like around here, and then other tracks where it's more corners and just trying to maximize the grip out of the car. I mean, there's plenty of grip in these things, so much aero, so much mechanical grip. And we'll see if weather plays an effect as well, because we had wet practice and wet start to qualifying. It was a bit of a shame that didn't continue for the races, because I actually had pace in that, unlike the dry.
Yeah, yeah, we did see that, and yeah, it would have been interesting to see the rain just continue into that first heat race and then possibly mix it up into the feature as it dried out. But yeah, the rain sort of vanished, and we started on a dry track for that heat race. So would have been interesting, I guess, for you guys, because you obviously spent all that time earlier in the wet conditions. Getting used to that, and then all of a sudden the track dries off and it's race time.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I think caught me out most in race 1, was you spend all the practice time not using the curbs, not using the runoff for AstroTurf, because there's just no grip there. And I've done no practice coming into this night. The practice session before quali was the first chance, so when it dried out, I wasn't really aware of how much track you can take in some places. And meanwhile, Cam had it figured out and was away laughing.
It was gone.
Were you one of the several boys that had to buy the car for tonight's racing, or?
No, I have raced this in another league last year, Australian League. I got very much beaten up in that one, to be honest. But when the car was in one piece, it was good racing.
When it was in one piece.
Yeah. Racing the Aussie boys, it's always a bit of a lottery.
Yeah, elbows
Very
out.
exuberant, yes.
Yeah, gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Every car's a supercar, even when it's not.
Yeah. Rubbins racing, eh? To a new level. Gotta love it. Got to love it, but we're just ticking down to the finish of the race now. Just 4 minutes to go, possibly 3 odd laps remaining in this one as Freeman crosses the start-finish line again, sets off on another lap. Healthy margin now, 3.7 seconds back to Corey Crossan, who has a very comfortable margin over Kirk. He's currently holding down that podium finish.
And I think just a reflection on how close all these times are. Cam Dan's moved back up to 9th, and he's not really taking any time out of any of the boys in front, so just shows the level that they're all driving at tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, last time by, Dyson Freeman did a 1:23, and now that time's just disappeared, and Cam Dan's a 1:24.4, so I think there's about half a second in that one.
Oh, very impressive.
Don't know what's
Oh,
going
no.
Oh no, Corey Crossan in P2. He's got it all wrong. I talked about a healthy margin over Kirk. That has gone. And now he's going to have to
right.
Yeah, he's going to have to hold out B Party and Sharpland as they are approaching.
Very easy to do there. Like, you either get halfway around the corner and the thing wants to plow out into the gravel, or you get that bit of slip angle, which you kind of want for speed, and it just goes a bit too much and pendulums on you. So that looks like what happened there, and just sent him in a big tank slapper.
Yeah, so that's dropped them down to P3 now, Corey Crossan, and into the grasp of the chasing cars, Jordan Sharpland. All of a sudden, there's an opportunity to make up for that moment. Matt Priest down pit lane fairly late in the piece.
I was going to say, it's been a minute since we've had any carnage. Surely you and you go sneak over to Helmut Marco's, just turn the sprinklers on.
Yeah.
Get some water on the track real quick.
I'll stand out one of the turns with a hose.
Yeah. Yeah. That would make for an interesting finish. Crossan now. It's back another position momentarily. He'll have the inside line for the next corner. Sharp one.
Yeah, this is going to be a scrap for this last podium position. These boys are going to be fighting hard, and I think all 4 of them are going to come into it by the end of this rate.
Yeah, we'll have
I think
one
they're all
to
fighting
go.
so hard to have an interview with you, Ewan.
Yeah.
Normally the other way around.
Hey, need to put my interviewing skills to the test. I don't think I've done that before.
I'm sure you'll nail it. I'll tell you what, you've dropped into the comms box and nailing it so far in here.
I've had previews from the experts. Just need to copy what I've seen and heard.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, this battle's still going. Dyson Freeman. Whereabouts is he on the track here looking here, Ewan Bakey? You reckon he's going to get home in 50 seconds to get us another lap, or are we...
It'll be tight. I think the clock will tick down to 0 just before he gets to the end, so this could well be a final lap.
And that battle's still going between Crossan and Sharpland, nothing in it. And welcome to the party, Brendan Partridge.
Oh, almost 3 wide.
Oh, lock up there for Sharpland. Oh, this is, all the way down to the line here. This battle, you can guarantee it. Crossan trying to take some draft away. Gets back up into P3 for now. So we'll chop to the race leader, Freeman. We will see the checkered flag this time by for the race leader. Done a great job, managed to hold on from all the attacks and will take out the 40-minute feature race here at the Red Bull Ring. Hayden Kirk will bring it home a P2. And that battle for third will go to Corey Crossan in the end. Sharplin has had a moment out there and he's spun it around, so has Partridge. So it's unfolded on the last corner. And those guys.
He's got a massive gap out of nowhere as he crossed the line.
Yeah. Yeah, so
It's a case of 3 cars trying to go into one apex there on the last turn.
we will bring this up for you. We should be able to quickly get a replay. Oh, they're still going at it out there. We'll see what's happened between Partridge and Sharplin. Just trying to force a pass, possibly. Oh, yeah, Sharplin. Well, interesting. Just run out of room, possibly. I'll leave that one in the officials' hands.
Oh, B-Party did nothing wrong. He left enough room there, clearly.
Left enough?
Only issue, left just enough. Only issue with that, no one went over.
No, yeah, he did.
21 days, no one ended the fence.
It got close. It got close. I'll tell you what, we'll kick some interviews off with, looks like Corey Crossan waiting in the wings. Corey, mate, what a night for yourself. Starting off the very back row, I believe, in that first heat race, making your way up to P2, having a moment, but in the end, recovering for a P3 finish.
A bloody moment, alright.
Yeah.
Holy, it seemed to go forever. It started to let go, and then I tried to fight it, and then I was in the gravel, and shit, I definitely didn't expect to be coming in here to have a yarn to you tonight, starting off the back.
Yeah, I tell you what, massive work from yourself, climbing through the field, and as Ewan said earlier, not only making your way through the field, but managing to avoid all the carnage that came with it.
Oh, there was some carnage, alright. A few times actually, especially turn 1. That was fun, and then the exit of the pits, there were people parked, and there was all sorts going on.
Yeah, Cam Dance was looking comfortable out front, and unfortunately had nowhere to go in a spinning car in pit lane of all places. So yeah, that was an interesting part of the race. But mate, top drive from yourself tonight, and a great way to kickstart the series for yourself. While you're in here,
Absolutely.
do you want to shout anyone out, say thanks to anyone?
Just the Sigma boys and you guys, of course, for putting on the broadcast. It's always an awesome job.
Yeah, awesome. Well, cheers, Corey, for coming in for a chat, mate, and congrats on the third place finish.
Yeah, cheers, guys.
There you go, thoughts from Corey Cross, of course, out of that Sigma Sim Sports Stables. We're used to talking to those guys at the moment. P2. Meantime, Hayden Kirk, mate, a great drive from yourself in that race. I think we saw you sideways across the track at one point, but recovering to come home P2.
Yeah, I don't think there's probably too many cars you didn't see sideways at some point. I don't know, it was the curse of the P2. I spun out earlier or had help, or I think that person had help as well, and then had a bit of damage, pitted, and then I don't know, the last 10 laps it seemed like everybody running P2 just disappeared. I don't know what happened to Cam and then Brendan and then Corey, so you take them when they come.
Yeah, too right. The P2 curse quite possibly maybe coming into play.
Yeah, the old brick Lego, the old brick livery doesn't go too bad though, eh?
Yeah, I reckon. It looks good. You always seem to come up with some good liveries out there, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's not brick, it's Lego. Blue and white, bleed blue and white, but when it's not that, it's brick.
No, awesome. Well, Hayden, great job in that feature race, mate. First podium for yourself in this new series. So good start, and onwards to next week.
Yeah, awesome. Cheers, boys. Love your work.
Awesome. Cheers. Did you want to thank anyone quickly while you're in here?
Oh, you know what? Speed Nation, they've obviously been backing KSR for a few years now. And then I'm sure it's been mentioned, but we have Cream Insurance and one other I can't remember sponsoring endurance series. So yeah, support those that support us.
Yeah, awesome. Well, cheers for coming in for a chat, Hayden, and maybe we'll be catching you next week.
Here's hoping.
Awesome, cheers. There you go, thoughts from our P2 finisher in this 40-minute feature race. We'll drag in our race winner, or not.
No, no, what?
No, not ready just yet.
He was unmuting when you went to drag him in, and then he went back and remuted.
It's alright.
This might be a "Hey Dad, I won a race" moment. Where he's,
I'll
yelling
take
off
the
screen.
moment to point out, I just noticed in the timing tower, Cam Dan's fallen down to 16th, so I wonder if he had a post-race penalty. In any case, it's going to make the championship quite interesting. I have no idea who's leading and what the gaps are, but it's going to be tight.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. And I spoke of Robert Henry too, who was having a bit of a rough race out there, and mate, he ended up coming home P6 in that race. So many guys fell by the wayside in that one. Yeah, it is going to be an interesting leaderboard after tonight.
It'd be who survives the season, I think, or survives the most races this season, because I don't think anyone's going to have a clear run through all 6 rounds, I believe. So yeah, it's going to be pretty wild.
An artificial drop point system, you reckon?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
you
so
get one bad round.
So we don't have a
No drop
round?
rounds, not for series this short. So
okay.
for myself, tonight is pretty disastrous, but yeah, everyone I think is just head down, try and maximize what we can. Like in case of Robert, he's done a fantastic job being consistent. Someone like him doing that every race is probably going to be in with a good shot.
Yeah, will pay off come the final round, no doubt about that. We just stand by. Now it looks like we've lost Dyson Freeman, so no interview from him tonight. But we might just wrap things up here. We are 20 to 10. Ewan, appreciate you coming in for a chat with us, mate. And I tell you what, if you get amongst the incidents next week, feel free to pop back into that waiting room. Looks like we do have Dyson now. We'll just drag him in quickly and have a chat to our race winner. Dyson, can you hear us and all good to go?
Yeah, I think so. Can you hear me?
Perfect. Yes, I can hear you loud and clear, mate. Great drive from yourself in our final race of the night, that 40-minute feature race, managing to avoid the carnage and keep a clean nose, and in the end, a comfortable margin.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's actually my first KSR podium too, so pretty happy with that. We did have a wee spin there early on, but managed to keep the car straight enough to carry on.
Yeah, that's the first podium. What a way to claim that then with the race win in a massive race.
Yeah, pretty happy with that, eh? Haven't really been on the sim much lately, so it's good to be back on it.
Yeah, tell you right, and what a way to get back into things. And well, mate, I said, I think Ewan was just saying, if you avoid the carnage, you could be in with a shot, and that you did. Cam Dance, unfortunately, caught up in an incident down pit lane of all places, so that put an end to his run, but you were there to take advantage of that, and that you did.
Yeah, very unfortunate for him and a few other guys, so I think I was helped out a wee bit with that, but yeah, we'll take the win.
Yeah, certainly do. It's the old saying, to finish first you must finish, and that you did. And again, congratulations. Is there anyone you wanted to thank or shout out while you're in the comms box?
Oh, just all the KSR guys that run the league and put the effort in, week out to make it possible for us all to have some fun.
Yeah, too right. Awesome. Well, thanks for coming in for a chat with us, mate, and we could possibly see you in here again throughout the series.
Hope so. Thanks very much.
Cheers.
All right, see ya.
There you go. Thoughts from a race winner, Dyson Freeman. Well, this time we will wrap things up. Again, Ewan, cheers for coming in for a chat, mate. Appreciate it. And Tomo, well, awesome, mate. Debut on a Tuesday night in the comms box. Good stuff. Cheers for coming in and helping out.
Cheers, Brad. Yeah, thanks for leaving the door unlocked. It's good to come up here and watch the racing next to you guys when the night goes bad. It takes the sting off a little bit. So yeah, it's good fun, and roll on the next few rounds, and hopefully, no offense, hopefully I'll be in the car for
Yeah,
the
too
entirety
right.
of the races.
Yeah, too right. Nah, awesome. Well, don't forget, tomorrow night, round 3 of the NZiRL Championship from Kota. Make sure you tune in for that one. We'll be live around 7:55 tomorrow night. Until then, have a good one, everyone. Cheers for tuning in, and we will catch you all tomorrow night. Cheers.